Hey everyone, it's me Barb, and I've played an absolute ton of Scramblecoin in Disney Dreamlight Valley these last 2 days. Now you may be asking, what is Scramblecoin? Well, Scramblecoin is a surprisingly fun, cute, quirky, and enjoyably complex board game that Disney Dreamlight Valley released with their latest update. And I think you guys will absolutely enjoy this game. Now, with Scramblecoin, it is part of the update, so you do need to get your Rift in Time expansion, progress the beginning quest a little bit, and you'll see a quest become available to you to unlock Scramblecoin. It doesn't take too long. The quest isn't too hard, but you do need to do that quest before you can play Scramblecoin. So anything here where you don't see those options in your menu yet, just go ahead and make sure and do that part, and then you can play Scramblecoin to your heart's content. Now, I would like to show you how to play through a game, and we're going to play against the lovely Buzz Lightyear here, because I've played against everyone else in the game today already, and I want to see if maybe I can get some more points towards rewards. Now, once you've completed that quest, if you're wandering out and about and you see one of the characters in the game with a cute little Scramblecoin board symbol over their head, that means they really, really want to play Scramblecoin, and you're going to get bonus rewards. So, for instance, normally, if you lose, you get 1 point. If you draw, you get 2 points. And if you win, you get 3 points. If you win, and it's on the bonus reward, you get 3, you get double. So definitely much better if they've got the board above their head. Mr. Lightyear does not, but he'll still play against me. So we'll go ahead and talk to him here, and you see now I have this option here. It says, do you want to play Scramblecoin? Now, if this had a little green text area where it said played, that'll mean we already played him today, which means we can't collect rewards again, but we could play against them again for fun if we wanted to. So he says, may the best player win. Oh, he's such a good sport. Okay, I was expecting some smack talk. When you come into the board, you're going to think, wow, this looks an awful lot like a chessboard. But don't worry, it's not. I like chess, but this is quite different and really, really fun. Now, on this side, you would think, oh, this is my side, that's their side. Nope. The only thing that really determines your placement of your figurines is on the figurine itself. So what you'll want to pay attention to on this main board is things like where obstacles are. So like this pond, these rocks, these fences, these are movement inhibitors. So keep that in mind when you're choosing your figurines. When you play each game, you'll have access to 5 of your figurines, even if you have a much larger library. That's all you get. You see here, choose your figurines. We'll go ahead and select. Now, if you play games like Magic the Gathering or Hearthstone, you may be used to having a hand where you have your cards and then you draw from the deck and you get additional cards throughout the game. This isn't like that. The 5 that you choose are what you'll have access to, and you'll have access to all 5 of them from turn 1, so you don't have to worry about drawing anything. Now, when you come in here, if this is your first time playing, you'll have 5 figurines. Go ahead and select those. Congratulations. You chose your team for your first game. Now, of those 5, one of those should be Scrooge McDuck. And I actually really like Scrooge McDuck, even though I have other pieces. He is a fantastic turn 1 play because of his ability. Now, before we get to his ability, I will go over the information on his figurine, because every piece is going to have similar information on it. They'll have the piece name, playing conditions, entry point, movement, and any special abilities. So Mr. Scrooge McDuck, his playing condition says none, so there's nothing inhibiting us from playing him on turn 1. That's fantastic. If we look over here at Mr. Remy, he can't be played till turn 2. I've seen another figurine that can't be played till turn 4. Now, I have not run into any figurines that have other playing conditions on them, but those are the 2 I have seen so far. Now, for Mr. McDuck, his entry point says corners. This means specifically these exact corner end pieces here. So he can only enter on those corners. And here for movement, you'll notice this green rectangle has 2 things in it. A little symbol with the arrows pointing all willy-nilly, and the number 2. The way those arrows are pointing indicates the movement. Now, I know this shows like 5 arrows on it, but think of this more as north, south, east, and west, and then diagonally of that, northeast, northwest, southeast, and southwest. He can move all those directions up to 2 spaces. He does not have to move the full 2 spaces. If you don't want to, you can move 1 instead, but he can go up to that too. Now, there are some pieces in the movement section that have 2 rectangles, or even 3. Now, I haven't seen more than that, but who knows what's out there, because I've not discovered all the pieces yet for myself. So, with the 2 rectangles, that doesn't mean that you get to move once, another figurine can take its move, and then you can move again. That means you move once, and then you move again within the same little turn for your character. You'll see when we go in and play, I'll make sure and take a piece that can move more than once so I can show you. Now, back to Mr. McDuck. His special ability, and the reason I like to play him turn 1, he gets 1 extra coin at the end of each turn. And that 1 extra coin at the end of each turn can make the difference between winning and losing, especially if you play him on turn 1. So we're going to go ahead and choose him. I like to take Goofy with. He has no playing conditions, entry point of corners, movement of up to 3 spaces in any direction, and he moves via the ability Jump. Jump is worded as move directly to the target tile, ignoring anything in between. Now, when other characters move, they slide through the spaces, and any coins in between they get, but any obstacles that they would have to move through, that blocks them. Jump, they jump directly to the square, they get the reward in that square, that is it. So there's some advantages and disadvantages to that, but I like this for sniping larger piles of coins in the end game. Now, another one I got recently is Ursula, and these are showing up in my top row because I played them recently. So you can still choose any of these other ones you want to, but I am going to select Ursula because she's fun and I haven't got to play with her much yet. Now, one thing that's really cool about her, you'll notice no playing conditions. She can enter the board from anywhere, not just the corners, not just the edges, literally anywhere. She can move any direction too, and she has 2 special abilities, guys, 2. She has Ethereal, which means she can pass through obstacles and figurines during movement, but must end on a free tile. She can pass through other characters, guys. How cool is that? And then her second ability is that she gives a -1 move buff to all adjacent opponent figurines at the end of her movement. Now, depending on the board state, we may or may not get to take advantage of that, but that can be a game-breaking difference between your opponents being able to reach coins that would give them the win and them not being able to. So let's go ahead and give her another try here. And Mr. Ralph here is pretty cool for his special ability. We have all those obstacles on the board. He destroys all surrounding obstacles at the end of his movement. He does move 3, and you see his arrows up, down, left, right. So north, south, east, west are his movement directions, up to 3, and he enters in on the borders. So a pretty cool character there. We're going to take him with. And I said we'd take one that has 2 movements on him. I want to take Simba with us because he has the ability Jump and he has 2. So sometimes you can get a double snipe on coins with him. And I've been playing around with him. I think I like him. I'm a little bit on the fence. Now, other characters will gray out at this point because you can't select anymore. We've got 5. But if we wanted to, we could unselect one of these and select another. Like, let's say we want to take Cogsworth or maybe Minnie Mouse or Lumiere. We definitely could. But let's go with these and see what we can do, guys. Now, once you've selected that, it's going to populate coins onto the board. Your objective is to get more coins than your opponent. Now that we're on this main page, we can see our opponent's team and we can see the figurines, move sets, conditions, entry point, all that. So Stitch is a beast. He can be played from anywhere, movement up to 3, north, south, east, and west, and he can pass through walls and destroy them. So pretty darn cool. He's very, very similar to Mr. Ralph, except he can be played from anywhere. So I think he is slightly better for me because he doesn't destroy the obstacles, so they still stay in place against your opponent, but you get the benefit of moving through them. So destroying them means they're no longer in place for me or their opponent. So there is a downside to that. I like Stitch a little bit better. Pretty cool. So when you get him, I definitely play him. At least give him a try and see if you like him. Minnie, she moves on the diagonal up to 3. They have Lumiere. He gets 2 movements. The first one is 1 in any direction, and the next one is up to 2 on the diagonal. So pretty cool there as well. Merlin. Look at his playing condition, guys. He can't be played till turn 4. So he's an endgame threat. We don't have to worry about him till late, but he's got some serious abilities, guys. He can be played from anywhere. He can move in any direction. He has ethereal, just like our Ursula does, so he can move through obstacles and figurines. And at the start of his turn, changes 1 silver coin within range to 1 gold coin. And a gold coin equals 3 coins on your score. So that's a big deal, and that could quickly get out of hand, and that can give them the win if you aren't careful. So watch for that, and I would definitely be trying to clear out any coins around Merlin. And Mr. Flynn has a really cool ability. Places a silver coin as previous tile at the end of his movement. So let's say you placed him like here and he moved here. He would then have a coin there. So there's always going to be a coin next to him, so he can move back and get that next turn, or one of your other characters could get it. But I am not currently playing Flynn because I view that coin as a possible advantage that I'm giving my opponent if they are able to get that before I can. So let's make our turn 1 play. So we click on our first character. I'm going to play Mr. Scrooge. Now, if I played him here, I couldn't get any coins on turn 1. I don't like that. Same there. Here, there's only one option for me, and there's more obstacles there. So I think I'm going to put him down here. He's kind of in the free and clear, so we'll place him. Now, once we've placed our figurine, we click, and I'm going to go here because I'm going to get him out more in the open. I'm not going to be all tucked away in here. I could go here if I wanted to and get that coin, or I could go here. It would get that coin and go to the open space, but I want to be here, I think. So it's going to be our opponent's turn now. They are going to move fast. Oh, they played Lumiere. They came here and there. They got 2 coins on their first turn. Now, although we only got 1, we also ended up with 2 because of Scrooge McDuck's special skill. So we're basically tied right now. Turn 2, we really got some decisions to make here. I don't think I want to play Goofy because I like him for more of an endgame snipe situation. I definitely really like Ursula. She can be played from anywhere. She can go through obstacles. Adjacent opponent. I'm not 100% sure if this counts on the diagonal, but let's test it. So I'm going to play her here, and I'm going to tell her to go there. And yes, it does. It counts on the diagonal. Very cool. So she went through an obstacle, and she gave Lumiere a debuff. And Lumiere is a 1 movement and a 2 movement, so that's a pretty big debuff on him. And Mr. McDuck, he can either get this coin or this one. And right now, it doesn't really matter too much, but in your end game, it can matter. So we're just going to go with this coin. And let's go on to our opponent's turn. They just play Stitch. Look at poor Lumiere. He just got to do that. Isn't that such a great debuff? So they have 5 coins. We have 6. It's our turn now. We want to maintain a large advantage over the opponent as we go because we got to go first and we'll get to go first every time. That means they get to go last on the final turn and they can very easily turn it around. So let's stay in the ball, see what we can do. So we have few places with multiple coins in a row. He moves north, south, east, and west. He jumps 1. I think the best we're going to be able to do is get 2 coins with our new addition, no matter where we go with this. Either Simba or Ralph is going to be our choice. So I think I like to see Ralph destroy something. So it can also be fun learning. So we're going to place Ralph here, and I'm going to have him go all the way to here. He destroyed both fences because he was touching. Now, we have Miss Ursula. She's not going to be able to do that much this turn because you can see she can only move 2, but she does have ethereal. So she can move through this fence if she really wanted to. But there's not much point in going through that fence right now. And I do want to get her a coin, but I'm also going to go 1 space further. And she's still going to get that coin because she moves in the slide movement. Now, Mr. McDuck, he's still going to give us that bonus coin, but at this point, his usefulness to us is kind of wearing off a little bit. I am, however, going to take him just to here and not all the way to there. If you have an opponent who has a figurine that says it moves all the way until it hits another figure or an obstacle, it could be beneficial to block them. But Stitch does not do that, so we don't need to worry about that. He can pass through walls and destroy them, but he's going to move wherever he's going to move. And there's not an additional coin here, so I'm just going to take us there, and that's going to end our turn. Let's see what they do. Look at Lumiere go. They played Flynn. You see there's his ability with generating the extra coin. Now we're starting to see piles of gold hop on here, and these equal 3 coins. So we want to make sure we can take advantage of these as best as possible. We can get this one with Scrooge McDuck. We can't get much anything with Mr. Ralph right now. With Simba, that is an option. I don't think it's going to get us any extra coins. Basically, you want to try to figure out how you can get as many of these gold piles as possible. Simba jumps twice. Goofy jumps in any direction. She's only going to get us 1 coin no matter where we move this turn, but she could give us a debuff against him. So, he's going to be able to get us this gold coin. What I like to do to get us a little bit more, because I don't want just 1 coin for Mr. Ralph, I'm going to toss in Simba instead of Ralph. It does not give a cooldown. You don't have to wait till the next turn. We can use Simba immediately. So, since we are going to be getting this gold coin with Mr. Scrooge, I'm not going to bother in getting that with Simba. I'm going to go for this coin and then this coin. Mr. Scrooge is going to go right here. And we're going to use Ursula to give this debuff. And then it's going to be their turn. We are currently at 18 coins. They are at 9. And you can see here Flynn has that debuff. He's kind of hosed this turn. Now, they very quickly are getting the shit up. They're over to 16. Guys, we got to stay on the ball here. Look at Stitch. Oh my gosh, he's got all of that right there next to him. That is horrendous for us. So, Mr. Scrooge right now can't get a lot of coins. Let's try replacing him with Goofy. You can see that takes us in range of getting a few of these coins from Stitch, which might be a game-breaking difference because we don't want him getting those. So we can only jump to 1. If we jump here, it doesn't get that. It just gets what's in the one we jump to. So look at how Stitch moves. He moves north, south, east, and west. So no matter if we get this one or this one, he would have been able to get either of those. So we might as well just move here and not corner ourselves too bad. But this is going to be going into their last turn, so it's not going to matter too much. Let's just get what we can. So we got those 3. Now with Miss Ursula, the way she moves is in a straight line to her target. So we're going to go for these gold coins. And with Mr. Simba, he moves north, south, east, and west with his jumps. So we want to get as much as we can out of this, but I'm pretty sure the best we can do is get 2 coins. So we can jump here, and then we can jump backwards where he was. This is going to end our turn. That's it. That's all we can do. We got 26 coins. If they manage to beat that, we lose. Look, we won, guys. Congratulations. Now, we're going to get 3 more points towards our score, which is great. Now, what that means for us is this. Look, we just got past 90 points, or 92. This is our rewards board for Scramblecoin. And these are the rewards I've unlocked so far. So Cogsworth, Flynn, Nala, Remy, Lumiere, Ralph, Olaf, Simba, and Ursula. And as I've been going along, they've been getting way cooler. So I'm sure there's some people out there who have unlocked more than me, but look at all these guys. It just keeps going. Now, this page goes down to 300 points. This line goes out here, so I almost wonder is if we get more characters going forward, which obviously they're planning on doing, if they'll also give us more Scramblecoin figurines. So maybe there'll be more pages than just this, but this is why it matters if you get your loss, draw, or win, because this is 2 days, 51 games of Scramblecoin. And I'm at 92 points. If those had all been losses, I could be way back down here and I wouldn't have Olaf, Ralph, or Ursula. And they're really cool pieces. But I think if you follow those tips, you are going to do well. You're going to absolutely decimate in Scramblecoin. And you're going to get your figurines sooner rather than later. So I do hope that that was at least somewhat useful to you seeing that gameplay go through. But there is one more thing I would like to show you. So we're going to leave this game. The other thing I recommend to make your journey in Scramblecoin successful is go to your time bending table. Now, When you're playing through the expansion, you will unlock the time bending table, so heads up if you haven't unlocked this yet. You're going to. You get it pretty early, so I don't feel too bad showing this to you guys, but just a heads up, it is here. You want to use this option to upgrade your hourglass. When you do your first upgrade, there are going to be some Scramblecoin figures that you can then craft via this table. I haven't done the next upgrade yet, so I don't know if there are more figures, but you at least want to get that one upgrade to get you going because you can get some more figures in there. So I hope that this was somewhat helpful to you and that you are going to go do all of the winning as Scramblecoin. If you haven't yet, smash that like button, subscribe, and turn your notifications. I do occasionally post these videos, but I mostly stream, and we tend to have a lot of fun. I'd be more than happy to have y'all there. So until next time, get to winning a Scramblecoin, and I'll see you guys around for Disney Dreamlight Valley. Bye, guys.